Good morning, everyone. Hello, cheers. Happy New Year. Welcome to 2022. Holy moly. Sorry I'm late. I did mention in the chat that I might be a few minutes late. 5 minutes, not too bad. I thought it would be more. Adam's been here for ages. Man, I've been in 2022 for so long. Oh, forget 2022. Let's go to 2023. Okay, wow. So, let me go through and say hi to everyone in the chat. So, Adam, good morning. Rat Madness. Chris, hello. Mako, Alan. Whoa, Alan's up early. Uh-oh. Monster Mark. Johnny Bergdale. Jay, hello, Jay. Hello, Fred. Christopher White. Peter Stimple, hello. Hello, Tiny LED Matrix, or Alex. Graham Nobes, hi. Rota, hello. Embedded Hobbyist. Henrik. Dutch Taurus. Lots of folks here already. Jerko, hi. Really, some other things should be called something like, what? But laser stuff. Okay, we'll stop calling it a laser. We're going to call it a what? I can't even pronounce that. Coffee? We're going to call it a coffee? Okay, cool, done. I'm going to work on my coffee today. Hello, John Coop. Cool glasses. Yeah, Johnny, did you notice the pink arm logo? Well picked up, Rhoda. Well done. You are so clued in. Carsten, hello. Chipu, hi. Peter, hello. Geordie T, good morning. Jonathan London. Ivy H. Gerald, hello. Said like coffee. Well, there you go. It is a coffee. It's going to happen. Folknology. JF. Chris Polk, hello. Oh, no, jumped. Going backwards now. Sid, Happy New Year to you as well. Pierre, hello. -22 and going down. That is not good. Jacques, hello. Kevin, hi. I think I got everyone. Just looking back. No, Aaron Knox, hello. Dave Paul Jones. We're not doing Cafefe again, are we? You're waiting for the S3 Arduino core. You'll be waiting for a while, let me tell you. They can't even get their S2 core working properly. Yeah, okay, I won't. Yeah, I don't know why it crashes on Wi-Fi either. It's not even on Wi-Fi, just Insta. Okay, Peter's talking about my Reflow Master Pro, which I've been working on full-time working on, and it's got a little problem, but I'm not talking about it today. For another day. So, pew pew pew, lasers. Smell it. It is going good. Someone said it's a fireworks? I didn't see that. There's no laser connected on, so laser's not going to work right now. It's off because I'm going to have to rebuild it. I was planning on pulling it apart this morning before the stream started, and well, I ran out of time, so I didn't do that. I have my new updated Laser Shark PCB, and so I'm going to assemble this. So my other one works, but this one has the bodges fixed in it. It also has the LEDs flipped around. So right now, because I had to change the way the wiring worked on the other one, when the LED's on, the light's off. The light, that color of the laser's off. So these are the other way around. So I'm going to build one of these, make sure they work, and if they do, well, I'm going to have to wire it up. I'm going to rewire some of the stuff that's on there, fix some of the cables. I got myself some nice thin heat shrink. Might not be able to see how thin they are. To finish off those cables, and then I'm going to work out how I'm going to get into a box. And then I have to work out where I'm going to find some more parts so I can build some more of these because a few people have shown interest in these and they want them. So a shameful plug, something, can't think of the right word. In the description of this stream, I've got links, they're referral links to the Galvo and the laser that I'm using, RGB Laser. So if folks do want to get one of these board and you want to play along and you want to be able to do an RGB laser, they're the things I'm using. See, on what is Volcano? Is that for Nuvoton, New Micro? What is Volcano? I have no idea what Volcano is. What are you talking about? Is that are we singing a song, Jishipu? Is that a song? Can't quite hear it. Topic, why does the Australian Lego Master Series blow up Lego? Because it's fun. Blowing up Lego is fun. It's awesome. Did everyone have a good New Year? I had a good New Year here. It was very hot. Very, very hot. Bought a swimming pool. We have a swimming pool. It's an above ground swimming pool, but not a blow up swimming pool. It's pretty decent size. Kids have been having a lot of fun with it. It's only how many seconds till Christmas? That's crazy. Hey, little crazy boy. But much more power. Okay, well you can do more powerful lasers. I shouldn't even be trusted with the lasers I've got. Everyone, I'm about to say the name, the A word. So everyone mute, or maybe I'll mute myself. That one. Asked why the laser is Laser Shark, and Chris replied, Volcano base requirement. I'm just going back to that, see if I can find that. Where is that comment? I still don't understand what the volcano is about. But anyway. Oh, it's at the top of the chat. Okay, well. Okay, I have tidied more of my desk. So, I had plans. I had big plans for Christmas. My plans for Christmas were to clean my floor, to tidy my office, and to rearrange my office. Well, I did actually clean this desk. This desk looks amazing. This desk, well, I managed to clear enough stuff last night at 11 o'clock last night to be able to work here. But it's, yeah, I did not get any of that done. I'm really disappointed with myself. Okay, so your SME components reels which are not on your pick and place machine. In my SAM racks, I store my reels, or the 8mm reels, 8mm sharks with freaking lasers, Chris. That's right, freaking lasers. Well, they've got lasers. Look, he's got lasers on his eyes. We need a better view of that. I wonder if this is on. Is that the right? Maybe that. No. Which one's the right one? Here we go. Except it's not straight. Look, freaking lasers. Laser Shark. Come on. And it actually says on the front, freaking lasers. How cool is that? Can you share the view of your rack for them? No, because it's not in the room. It's in my garage, but it looks something like...
You might have seen videos like...
No ads. No ads.
This before, but here's the big secret.
I turned you off. It looks like... Oh, there we go. I think... Which one did you do? We did that. Rhoda beat me to it. So, I was just going to get a picture up. If I could find one. Right, so this is what my SAM rack... Well, this is obviously just showing it in a still, But these are my racks, and these are all fully sorry, they're Bluetooth. They're all Bluetooth enabled racks that are voice controlled. And I have just a bunch of them. Although, to be fair, a lot of my reels are stacked up in piles because I need to build more of these and I haven't had time. Okay, back to Laser Shark. Boom, boom. If I can click the right button. So I'm going to use iBomb. What is it called? Yeah, iBomb today to assemble. It's cool. I've been using it a bit actually. I've used it before. Like, it's not new to me, but I just always, someone mentioned on my last stream or a couple of streams ago, like, why aren't I using it? And I thought to myself, why aren't I using it? Like, but yeah. So this is my updated board. It looks the same. It's just got a few minor changes, and yeah, we should just get it together. I'm going to start singing that at the back of my head now. Thanks very much, Adam and Bryant. Roto tries. No, that wasn't a Rickroll. I think he posted the right link to my thing. So, but before I start this though, I actually wanted to pull this thing apart. So, I told you all that I made a Raspberry Pi camera that I was going to mount. Oh, this won't reach. The cable still won't reach. This guy. So that's my Raspberry Pi 0W. Did I mention this? With a camera, with the high quality camera on it. And the idea is that it just pumps the camera feed direct out to HDMI. Well, the problem with it is, this is Bullseye, the latest version, is that every second time it boots, it can't find the camera. And every time it does boot that it can find the camera, it outputs the camera for about 7 or 8 minutes, and then it freezes. And then I have to pull the plug out to power it down, plug it back in again, it boots, doesn't find the camera. Unplug the camera, unplug the power, plug it back in. It's really frustrating. I'm telling you this because I wanted this also during the holidays to be set up so I could angle it around so you could see both sides of my desk. But I couldn't get it working. Like, I just won't, it's just not reliable. There's just something wrong with Bullseye. Because they're using their new camera stuff, the Libra camera, whatever. It just doesn't seem to be reliable. But I haven't updated it in like a week or so. So maybe they've pushed some updates out. I don't know. I'll have to boot into it and update it later. So I can't show you this up here, but I'm going to pull it apart anyway. I'm going to do that now. It's all unplugged. You can't see me, but I am here. I'm going to have to disconnect a few things. Disconnect. And I'm going to have to disconnect the power. 1 and 2. Okay, so now I can take this with me. Excellent. So, this is the rig, which I never really got a good chance to show everyone. What a mess. What a mess. So, maybe I can fit it into my view. Mostly. Okay, we'll get most of it in here. Hello, Ian. Wet and dreary Scotland. Okay, so this is as far back as I can go. So what I built was it's just some extrusion. So it's a 2040 here and a 2020 here, and I've got might be able to see, I've got a 3D printed mount here, and the actual laser fell off. That's okay. And the Galvos actually sitting with some standoffs, just some nuts, M5 nuts in there, just to keep it off the PLA, just in case I do something stupid. If I do something stupid with the Galvos and put it into like a really tight moving pattern or something, this actual metal bracket gets quite hot. So it obviously makes some noises, and you know, you get an opportunity to go, hey, I've done something stupid, and stop it. So I've kept it off there as well. For assembling, amazing. The product, are you selling the STL file for it? Well, the rack is specific to my PCB mounting stuff for Sam, so I've got an earlier version of it that look for. I'll have the link somewhere. I did release an earlier version of my wheel racks. Should I make a video about it? I know a few people. Okay, this one here, copy link. This is an earlier version, a simpler version to print. I know a few people have printed these and used them. Wow, 2 years ago. Wow. I can't believe I made that 2 years ago. That's nuts. Oh well. Anyway. Distracted again. I also realized I didn't open up my Discord. And I've now got windows all over the place and I can't see my OBS again. Okay, here we go. Hello, Joe. Time flies when you're locked down. Yeah. Okay, so that, and then basically this bracket was designed with this bracket to be aligned. So where the Galvos sits, my laser, it just sits on here right now. It's got edges on it, so the laser can't fall off unless I tip it upside down. But it just sits in this groove, and it doesn't really matter where it goes this way, because the beam's tight enough that whatever. I mean, obviously, the closer you get it, probably the better. Have you tried the 10x10 extrusion yet? No, it's still sitting all on the floor. I haven't got to any of those projects yet because I've been working on the Reflow Master Pro, because I promised myself I'd get that finished. So this is the construction, and then over here what I've done is I've put the motion controller board that actually controls the Galvo that my board connects to, that talks to. I'll put this on here as well. Now, I'll put it on its side. I thought it was quite clever because where it's mounted, this is a heatsink. So there are two pretty large, beefy FETs in here. These FETs, and this is a heatsink for the two FETs. And let me tell you, it gets warm. Oh, does this thing get warm? So I've got this attached directly to the extrusion as well. So all the extrusion acts as a big heatsink, which is really cool. Hello, Rob. Happy New Year to you as well. It was BC, before COVID, I did those other racks. Who would have known what was going to happen, hey? Pretty crazy. So, I want to somehow get all of this inside like a box. But I've also got this. Now, that's my current board, which does work, as I mentioned. Right now I have to use this ground pin because of the rewiring I had to do for here, but that's all fixed now in the new version. And the bodge that I did here, that some of you might remember from that stream, that's also been fixed. I spoke to James a few weeks ago. I think he's just taking time off. I hope he's okay. And I chatted with Mark this morning. Mark's okay. I think he's just busy at the moment. He might be lurking. His ears might be twitching. So I also have to find some way of mounting this in here as well. Now, right now for the laser, I'm using these, which is obviously terrible. And so I want to redo these. That's why I've got the heat shrink out. So the plan today is to remake this board with the new version, rewire it all, clean up some of this stuff. And look, I don't know if I'll be able to plan out a case for this yet. I also have to get the power supply in here somewhere as well. But I probably won't do that today, but we'll get the rest of it going. Hey, Viota, I think. I can't remember how to pronounce that. You may have told me before, or maybe you didn't. But hello, welcome, Happy New Year. You could probably clean up the beam a bit if you wanted with a pair of lenses and a pinhole. Well, the beam's pretty good, but so what I mentioned was there is something wrong. Now, it could be the settings here, right? I haven't touched them. I don't want to yet. But there's something wrong with this, because if I do an exact 90-degree line here with this, the laser shoots this way. The laser comes out on a very big angle this way. When I say a big angle, it might only be 5 degrees, but over the distance to my wall, it's like it shifts everything over like half the amount. So, hey Beata. Hello, I'm not Chuck. Yes, it has been a long time. Hello, Ray. Hi to anyone I haven't said hi to. So, I don't know what that is yet, and it's nothing to do with the direction of this. There's just something to do. I think one of the mirrors is bent. I don't know which one. That's what I'm thinking. I don't know if that can be adjusted with these though. Like I don't. Yeah, I just think one of these is either the mirror is bent or the Galvo is not sitting in straight somehow. I don't know how I'm going to fix that. Well, it's not the mount itself. The mount is exactly 90 degrees, right? Oh, so the unit. But yes, it could be the Galvos, but I'm not sure. I mean, I could unscrew them and try to play with them a bit. But I really need to do that live, and I didn't want to do that until I've got the whole thing fixed onto a permanent base, so everything is sturdy, and then I'll start playing with the alignment. Yeah, so like on the stand that I made for it, I have to have it on an angle like this to have it actually hit my wall straight, like this. And it's not the end of the world, but it's a bit silly. The rotation of the Galvo housing in the mount. Yeah, you mean, yes. So like this bit here, is this sitting straight? Like, I can already see here, I don't think this Galvo is straight. Like, I think the gap here is wider than the gap on that side. So, like, things could be twisted, yeah. I'll have to just play around with it. But for now, it's about getting the board done. Getting this, I'm going to remake it now. I'm going to move this over to here, so it's out of my way. Hopefully out of the way. I'm going to have some coffee. Cafefe. Well, I don't want, that's the thing, I don't want to compensate it. I don't want to offset my, how it's mounted to fix it. Like, I don't want to compound the issue by adding another compounded issue. No, well, I can prove it just by rotating the whole thing, and it fixes it. Like, I can see the angle. Like, the angle it's permanently angled. Does that make sense? Yeah. Now, I've already got a board in here, ready to go, ready to rock and roll. Pew, pew, pew. 2021-12-22. It didn't make it to 2022. Okay, I need some paste. Check. I need some... Can you verify with a square that the mirrors are rotating at 90 degrees to the mount? Well, not easily. And the mirrors are really delicate. Like, I don't want to chip them. I don't want to break them. I think the Galvos just need to be adjusted inside the mount. Did you see Tiny Bit Atomics' latest video on this web? I haven't watched his video. I saw it only, like, I was asleep when it came out, Aaron. But I know of the project, yes. I worked with the guy and gave him the files the SVGs for Tiny Pico to be able to do all that. And although it's been many months that I played with this tool, it was very cool. It looked very promising. I'm assuming that's the same tool that Chris is playing with. I mean, I prefer working on the real hardware. So, okay, I need this and this. Need my spatula, and my squeegee. What a silly name. What a silly name. I can change the date on the respin. Nah. So we want access at a time and put a square on the mount. I mean, the whole thing is really small. Where am I going to stick a... Anyway, okay. Let's just... So, Chris, I need to focus on one thing at a time. And right now, it's building the PCB. Do penguins eat mince pie? I would not think penguins eat mince pie. I think they'd have a digestive issue. They'd need to go to the gastro... What's gastro... What's the name of the guys that deal with... Anyway... I wouldn't like to see a penguin eat mince pie. Okay, probably a bit too much paste, but more is better. Nothing worse than under pasting, which is normally why you see people going scrape 20 times instead of the one. The poo doctor. Yeah, but what's the poo doctor? Oh my god, that's gold. I corrected anyone who called me Chuck, Charlie, or Chaz. So what is your actual name? I'm not Chuck. Have we discussed this before? I can't remember. Hello, David. More flux. You can put the remaining paste back. Of course I can. Yes. So the difference is a lot of people who use like syringes, they can't get it back in. So, but I can, and I will. And here we go. Ah, satisfying. One sweep. How does that look? How close can we get? How does that look? I think it looks good. Why did I put the lid back on the paste? Oh, I didn't. Okay, good. I'm just talking to myself, as you do. Okay, lift off. Ah, beautiful. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, you can go out of the way. On my floor, dumping ground like everything else. Charles. Okay. So no Charlie, no Chuck, no Chaz. Or does it not matter anymore? Like, I pretty much answer to anything because most people can't pronounce my name. How many goes do you find you get with the template before the template no longer usable? The template. You mean the stencil? I've never had a stencil wear out on me, and I've used some stencils a lot. Like, yeah. I mean, they're steel. They're steel template, like stencils. They really don't work. You'd have to really be rough with them to wear them out. You remember 5 o'clock, Charlie from MASH? Yes, I do. I had Tony. Is this Right, well, they bend out of shape when you don't mount them properly and look after them. Like when you... So when you put a PCB, they bend out of shape. I'll show you why. It's just bad use. So when you put a PCB like this, what a lot of people will do... Oh, let me zoom out, right? So, and it would look like I've done this thing here. I've done the issue as well here, but I haven't because my stencil only goes down half of the board, right? And I pasted this way. I didn't paste this way. But a lot of people will put stuff around the PCB, but not all the way, right? And then what happens is when they paste, they get to this point, and then when they put pressure down, see this? They bend the stencil. See it's bowing here? And then what happens is because they're putting pressure, they bend it, they permanently bend it out of shape, right? Or they don't have enough support in other areas, and it's not sitting flat. If you look at how wide out I go, see here, if I go too far out, I'm wrecking the stencil again. I've got a lot of distance all the way around my boards. If I've got a really small board that I'm stenciling, I don't have a small board on hand right now. Any small board, that's a tiny S3. If I had a small board like this, I would still put a lot of stuff around it to make sure that I'm not bending or bowing the stencil. So that's, people who don't do that will bend their stencils. I've never bent a stencil. I've had stencils arrive bent from JLC PCB. That's not fun. But I've never bent a stencil. Isn't it? It isn't a big deal, but I do prefer Charles. And I prefer it to be pronounced as a one-syllable word as opposed to Charles. Charles. Yep, all good. I will not call you Chuck. Or I might forget and call you Chuck. That would suck. Okay, I'm going to start building. Otherwise, it's never going to get done. Oh, I've got so many more compartment things up on my wall now. I'm not going to run out now. Great. Okay, Tweezers. Now that you're into step motors, you can build a paste dispenser. I've got a paste. What do you mean a paste dispenser? I've got one. Oh, is that plugged in? Yeah, I've got my eye extruder, which I bought well before, like, I don't know, 3 years ago I bought for paste dispensing, which I still use occasionally, not that often. But what do I need a paste dispenser for? I like doing paste the way I do it. I don't buy paste in syringes. I buy them in tubs. I go through a lot of paste. I'm just going to get some parts out so I don't have to re-get them out again later. But I'm going to go through iBomb to place everything. I think. Can't remember all the parts I need. What do I need? I need some LEDs. I need a blue, a green, and a red LED. I'll take those out, put them here. It's another big project. Well, it seems like a big project of the ambition is to get for like compatible with the full item. Oh right, you're talking about the, yeah. What's your favourite paste in the sandwich then? Food paste. My favourite in the, you mean an accompanying? Because I eat lots of different pastes in the sandwich. I love Vegemite. I love peanut butter, strawberry jam, raspberry jam. Yeah, I love Vegemite. Vegemite, nom nom nom. Can't stay, just came to admire the perfect paste. Hey Quindor, Happy New Year, mate. Happy New Year. I hope you're doing well. Okay, so you'd rather see me paste and not look at iBomb, right? Or do you want to see the iBomb while I'm working? If I do the iBomb while I'm working, then it's going to look like this. And you're not going to see much in terms of my pasting. Sorry, my assembly. So what, would you prefer this view or the other view? No, not Marmite. Oh, Ixnay to Marmite A. No, Marmite's not. It's not even a real food. It's not even a real thing. It's disgusting. From Tennessee, the home of slurring all the words. JF is just saying unexpected maker, calling out to me. Hello, JF. Oh, can you comment on the thickness of the stencil? Ah, right. So all my stencils, I normally will default to 0.12 millimeters, or 120 microns, but it depends. So for my super fine pitch stuff, I'll often go down to 0.11, and I've even had 0.1 before. You got to be really careful. Marmite is the best, also made from used beer yeast. No, it's not. It's made from old ripped up tyres from your car. Marmite's not the best. Vegemite. So, okay, I'm gonna start. I'm not gonna put those caps first. I'm really not. I'm gonna put these caps. Hello. It's not letting me click. I'm gonna do those ones first. Better run, better take cover. Do I come from the land down under? Okay. 10 microfarads. Boop, boop. 1, 2. 2 of those. Bovril, no. Bovril is Who said Bovril? Who was that? Ray. Slap yourself in the face. Bovril. No. Okay. Once again, the problem is I can't... The board's too far away from me. And the shininess of the hassle. These are just hassle boards. I didn't even worry about doing... can I get closer? As close as I can get. What's Bovril? It's disgusting. Bovril is just... No! Another +1 for Bovril. Spam. I used to eat... Yeah, Vegemite's great. I used to eat Spam as in out of the can. Like that ham Spam. With the Bovril butty. What? With a Bovril butty. I don't even know what that means. I don't think I want to know what that means. Okay, 1 microfarad. What have I got in my... I've got so many cool projects for this year, and I don't know if I'll get any of them done. I really don't know. But if I get some of them done, I'm super excited. And I don't want to preemptively share too much in case I let you all down and I don't do it. But, so many things. So many things. Maybe I should just put this on here. Okay, maybe I'm going to do this. I've got some other parts on here. Some other things I've been assembling. Okay, maybe we'll just do this instead if I can. But the problem is I need to turn it around. And then it goes off a bit. Let me know if this actually is visible and in focus. Semolina. No, I'm not a semolina fan at all. Fried Spam and pineapple. I've not had fried Spam and pineapple, but I'm a big pineapple fan. I would absolutely try that. I really, really would. Okay. Just 1.1 microfarad. Just 1. Okay, next. Lots of 10Ks. You admire my steady hand. I do have actually, surprisingly, I'm actually quite surprised by it too. Surprisingly, I have steady hands. And this came in my order. I think it fell in. I don't know whose it is. I got an order from JLC PCB and this was inside the bag. It says LED on the back. It looks like someone made a little breakout board for LEDs. Little pinholes. Anyway, I've got it just sitting here on my tray. Just thought I'd mention that. Olive oil cakes. What? What is the software? So this is called iBomb, and it's an interactive viewer for KiCad projects. But you can get there is an Eagle version, and I believe there might be some other versions out there as well. And it's just a way of, like, you can launch it directly from KiCad, which is what's nice. But it's just really great for placing stuff, not having to remember where things are, especially when you're like me and you absolutely refuse to put designators on boards. Like, components are too small, too close together. There's like no way you could get designators on here. They just look terrible. They'd be unreadable. You know, unless you go for a much better PCB supplier, like a really high-end supplier, you just can't get high-res silkscreen. Oh, it's for easy EDA as well? Okay, cool. Yeah, there's a few people have made like a few different versions now. Okay. Is that in focus? Can everyone tell me if it's in focus, please? I hope it is. Okay. Lots of 10K resistors, and I could have just used networks, but they're in really odd positions. Networks might not have actually worked out. Wenson, who is Wenson? Angel Delight, lol, the memory's coming back now. What? Angel Delight? What are we talking about? What? Mainly in focus, good enough. Oh no, really? I want it in focus, in focus. Maybe I can lock the focus. Maybe I'll lock it. Which one I'm up to? Okay, they're all the 10Ks, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. No, I'm missing one. Oh, 8. That one there. Okay, right. Okay, that's 8. Good. Oh, and you can tick them off. I've not been ticking them off. Sourced, placed, source. I should tick them off. Doesn't really matter. Okay, 100Ks. 4 of them. And I do not have any in my thing. I'm going to have to get them out from here. Okay, 100K. Put the board on full screen. Hey Nassim, if I put the board on full screen, then you can't see IBOM. And I asked what folks wanted, and they said IBOM. So we can do another vote. We can do a straw poll. Should we do a straw poll? Ba-ba-bum. Oh, Michael wanted the PCB. Fred wants a spotted dick. I can see him putting 5 pixels on top of another 5 pixels. Focus is fine. Okay, I'm going to switch. If people don't like it, we can switch back. It's fine. There we go. 100K. I got one more 100K to go on. Okay, I have a thing that's open. Boom. I don't. Okay, I'll open a new one. Whoops. Stuck to my tweezers. Okay. Next up we've got 20Ks. 2020. Did I load up some 20Ks? I did. Yay. 20Ks. Got 4 of those. I ruined it. What did I ruin? YouTube had like a red button feature you could get when like the Olympics. What? 2, 3, 4. 4 20Ks. That's 4 20Ks, not 420K. I hope I fixed all the bodges on this. I really do. So assuming this works, and even if it doesn't, if any of you want one, you need to let me know, because that'll dictate if I'm going to do a run or not. Like, I'm not going to do a, you know, like if there's only like 3 or 4 of you, I'll just hand place some. But I said before, what tweezers do I use? These are just you get different brands. These are Vetus, but the ESD 17s are the specific angle and shape which I like. Hey Mike, breakfast and bodges, happy new year. So if you want one of these, if you think you might want one of these boards, you got to let me know, because that'll either decide if I just get 10 of them made individually or if I panelize them and I can pick and place them. Yeah, so okay, that's 4 of those. Away. 100. I've got 3 100s, and I don't have any 100s on hand, but I do have my strip from my passives book. I have 100s on a reel somewhere, but I'm not going to go hunt that down. Okay. These don't even really have to be 100. These are just inline protection on the gate. That flip upside down. No. On the gate of the fits. Okay. I can't even see if these are straight or not. 2K2s. Right, these are for the LEDs. Now, I don't think I used 2K2s last time. I can't remember what I did put on there. Because I think I wanted the LEDs softer, but maybe I didn't. I'm going to use 2K2s, we'll see. There's going to be different brightness LEDs, because they're all, obviously I've got a green, a red and a blue, and the blue's going to be duller and the red and the green are going to be brighter. I might put 3K3s for the red and the green instead of 2K2s. Really liking the turntable for placing. Thanks, Jeff. Yeah, it's good. It's it needs more components, storage spots. I have a reinvention. Oh, what am I doing? 2K2 should be on the blue. K2 on the blue, and 3K3s I'm going to do on. I need to find a place for all my tape. 3K3. I have a respin of this happening this year, of this turntable. which I'm quite excited about. If I can ever find the time to actually get back onto it. I've already started, but it's just never enough time. Too many projects, too many ideas. Okay, 1K, 3 1Ks. Well, 1K or 1K2? I'll go 1K2s, that's fine. These are just really light pull-ups. For the fets. Hey Cable Tie, Happy New Year, mate. Hope you had a good Christmas and New Year's. Hope your family as well. We want to reflow, well, not reflow anything yet, but, oh, is that not even on? Almost not on. Okay, so, those back. Put these back. Okay, next. 2 of the 22s. 22, 2 for 22. Where did I put them? That's the question. I'm going to skip because I don't have any. Oh no, I do. Right, 22s. Okay. Didn't you know Sound Design and open source the turntable? I did. And then a few people have made some respins of it. I did the original one, and then people made some respins of that, and then... No, wrong 22. That's not the 22s I need. Oh my gosh, I'm an idiot. They are... Where are they? No, I think I made them 33s. Why are they still listed as 22s? They're 33s. I'm pretty sure. Okay, I'll have to change that in the file. Originally they were going to be 22s, I think. These are the big whopping... oh wow, the tape's busted. Big whopping 1210 sized resistors. Look at that. Huge. Huge, huge. Oh, on table, my 3D printer is not big enough. Yeah, I need a bigger 3D printer. There's some things I want to print that are like 320. I can't do it. Oh, thanks everyone for jumping on, whoever the spammer was. Appreciate it. What did I say? Did I say weak? I mean strong pull up. Sorry. Yep, you're right, Jeff. Sorry, yeah. I can't talk and think at the same time, clearly. So there are pull-ups on the actual laser controller board, and I don't know what they are, values they are. So, okay, it's a 5K1, which is going on, and that is for the LED for there. We're almost finished, or at least the SMT part. Then we have to do, whoops, all the through hole soldering. Okay, LEDs small. Yes, here we go. So we're doing pink again. I think we're doing pink again. Pink for the power on blue, pink on blue. Just need to cannot see which side is ground. I think that is ground. The footprint is a little small for this LED because it's an 0805 and it's an 0603. I'm not going to put these on production boards. I've only got pink in 0805. RGB LED and Galvos arrived yesterday. Yay! One of these boards would be great help. Well, there you go. Okay, that's... Yep, I'll add you to the list. Very exciting. Okay, red. Put all our LEDs on. And I just need to check their direction because I've flipped them around. So what I'm doing is I'm using the signal from, because I'm using low to turn on the laser, I'm using that same thing as the ground on the LED. So just making sure that these are on the correct way. Okay. I think this is the correct way. I hope. Guess we'll know when we try to use it. So that's red. And green. Should have changed my glasses. I'm going to change my glasses just for a second because I cannot see the markings on that LED. Oh, it was correct. And blue. RGB. Now I did actually change this design, then I changed it back. I changed the design and put an RGB LED there instead, not an addressable one, but a just an RG and a B, and that way I could, when they turned on, if for instance if red and blue were turned on, then the RGB LED would go purple, which is the color that should be coming out of the laser. But I changed my mind and put it back to individual LEDs in the end, because I didn't want to have to stuff around with different resistor values and kind of getting everything working and to try to get correct colors and stuff. It was just, yeah, a bit annoying. Okay, so it's time to put some op amps on. Some pamps. Okay, 2 op amps. And we're going to have that same which way is the correct way discussion again. But we did put them on the right way last time. And it's going to be based on where the logo is. So it is definitely this way. Okay, 2 op amps. LDO. LDO. And now 4822 DAC. Where did I put the DAC? 4822. Let's hopefully we'll get a good DAC this time. How many have I got? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I'm going to need to get some more. And I don't know if they're available. Oh, they all fell out. Okay, well, that's not annoying at all. Okay. Make sure I've got the deck going in the right way as well. Okay, it's the DAC, and now I've got to do all of the... Oh no, I need the... Oh, interesting. Why are they... No, held wrong. Anyway, I need the voltage source. Where is the voltage source? Settable fuse, voltage reference, not source, reference. Okay, there's our voltage reference. And now I need to get the FETs. Hey Eric, how do I reflow my boards? Well, I have lots of ways. I use my Reflow Master. If I'm just prototyping like this, I use my Reflow Master on my toaster oven. I could have used my Reflow Master Pro today, but I do not have my oven set up here for it. Or when I'm doing production, I've got a conveyor oven in my garage, but I don't fire that up just for a single board like this because it chews a lot of power. It's great for production, but not good just to power it up for a single board. So I've got quite a few different ways of reflowing. Toaster ovens with my controllers or my conveyor. Okay, they're the FETs, and I think that is all. No, I got to get me some 1,000 microfarad caps. 1,000 microfarad. Here we go. Hello, Jessica. Okay, big caps. Big caps. So big, I can't even pick them up with the tweezers, so they're going on by hand. I'll fix them afterwards with tweezers. Okay, are they on straight? Not very. Close. Yeah, not too bad now, maybe. Okay, so that looks like everything on the board, I hope. And I hope everything's straight enough that they'll reflow okay. So let's put this, what role are the op amps playing? So the DAC is controlled by SPI from the Tiny Pico, or Tiny S2 or Tiny S3. And then I'm getting a plus or minus 2 volts out of that. And then they go through the op amp with the plus or minus 15 coming in and amplify them up to plus or minus, it's supposed to be close to 5 volts, but it's just under. It's 4.8-ish volts. So they're all going, it's going through the op amps to give me the control coming through the Galvos here of the plus and minus Y and plus and minus X. This is for making, this is an RGB laser controller for my, let me just go back to here. So this is the second revision. This is for my, or for anyone's, so that's a Galvo here, and an RGB laser and stuff, so I can project RGB graphics and stuff on the wall. So that's my current version of the controller here. That was my first revision, but it's got a couple of bodges on it. So I wanted to update the board, which I've done. I'm just building it now. Is that ground on the right for grounding the case? No, the ground on the right is just access, if I need access to a ground pin, which saved me on this version here because I needed access to ground. So yeah, it's there for convenience. So I can hook a, one of these things on. Get off. So one of these things if I need to. Yeah, to just get access to ground. Okay, I'm gonna put this in the oven and reflow it, and then come back and do the through hole. My oven is covered with stuff. Okay, that's off. That is off and reflowing, and while that is happening, I will clean up my desk a little bit. I've got to put all my LEDs away. Green, red. Is it Pecco that you made? I see on the laser. The Pecco, that tiny Pecco. Yes. So the board is designed to fit either, excuse me, a tiny Pecco or a tiny S2 or a new tiny S3 to control it. And then on this side here, there is room for my, where's it gone? For my I2S audio shield, which you connect there, and that gives you both digital audio out through an external speaker or onboard speaker and an SD card, so you can store stuff on the SD card. Is there a particular oven you would recommend? There used to be one, but that, or at least in Kmart in Australia, but they don't have them anymore. So what you want to do with an oven for reflowing, like a toaster oven, is you want the smallest volume you can get with the highest wattage. Preferably 4 elements, but if not 4, at least 1 on top and 1 on the bottom, not 2 on top. No, there's no reflow cam, unfortunately. Sorry. Yeah, so it's quite common to get, 1200 or 1600 watt ovens, like toasters, but that are really big, like 24 liters or something. You want much smaller than that, because it can't, even though it's a higher wattage and 4 elements, it can't heat that much volume evenly. You want the smallest possible. You're better off with a small one that's only 1100 watts or 1000 watts than a bigger one that's 1600 watts. Just ordered ESD17. Cool. Yeah, they're good. I go through a few of them. Well, no, not really a few of them. That's probably my third in a couple of years. I buy them 3 or 4 at a time, because they often will damage the tips on them. Ethernet board for my devices. No, I haven't made one. I mean, you can't get components now anyway. And yeah, I mean, it doesn't really, for me, it doesn't make a lot of sense to take a board like this, that's this big, and then make another board for it that has Ethernet. Like the board that this would sit in to have Ethernet would be 3 times bigger or 4 times bigger than this board. there are already other boards out there that you can get that have Ethernet already on it, but they're big, right? I mean, just an Ethernet jack on its own is the size of this board. Hello, Walid Issa. Your opinion in this Kickstarter kit? Don't know which kit, and if I don't have it, I really won't have an opinion about it. Find 1 credit for a violation of the verbal morality statute. Who? What? Where? Who did that? Other boards don't have PSRAM. Well, you can't have everything. So just so everyone knows, the ESP32S3 does not have an Ethernet PHY anymore. Yeah, you can't post links unless you're a moderator. Sorry. You can post it in my Discord if you want to, in the live stream channel on the Discord. So yeah, I mean, you can still use an external chip like a WizNet or whatever else, which is pretty common, but there's no actual Ethernet PHY inside the chip, so you can't do Ethernet like you can on an existing ESP32. But yeah, you can't have everything. Maybe some mum will make new boards with Ethernet, but it doesn't make a lot of sense for the size boards I make to have it. Okay, the oven is open. Just poke a thermocouple through a small hole in the back of the toaster oven. Do you do something different? No, I've just got, well, 1 hole for my Reflow Master. My Reflow Master Pro has 2 thermocouples, so 2 holes, different positions, so you can get top and bottom. So you get a better average of heating, especially when the PCB itself is wicking all the heat away. But yeah, that's all you need to do. Just got to get the thermocouples in the right position. Gonna let that sit for a moment just to cool down. Alarm, alarm! Yeah. The sound on my Reflow Master Pro is a little bit quieter, not fully quiet. Yeah, that is just to tell me it's finished. Okay, let's... Where's my... in my drawer, where they should be. Okay, now let's check it out and see if there's any rework needed, because low temp paste doesn't reflow as good as high temp paste. But let's have a look under the microscope. Except I didn't change this thing. Here we go. Okay, I can see 1 resistor, at least, so far. Is that your Kickstarter, Wizard? If it's your Kickstarter, please state so. Be upfront and honest. I'm happy to have a look at it. But if you're just advertising your Kickstarter, that's okay. Just say so, please. Yep, looks like only this one here. You can see just at the top, it's probably fine, because it's probably under the pad is connected, but I'm just going to give that a bit of hot air just to make sure. How's the pick and place going? Yeah, it's working great. I mean, I've produced, I don't know how many tens of thousands of boards with it. Yeah, I mean, every pick and place has issues. They all need care and maintenance. And, you know, as expensive as it was, it's still a very cheap pick and place machine. I know that sounds weird, but like, you know, the $40,000 to $50,000 price point is the cheap end of pick and place machines, right? Not the expensive end. The expensive end is $500,000, and the mid-range end is, you know, $150,000 to $500,000. So it's still a cheap pick and place machine that is not, you know, like there's a reason why bigger, better ones are $150,000 to $250,000. Yeah, that was reflowed. That was already reflowed. That's okay. Better safe than sorry. Any updates for my Charm High? That's gone to Keen. Keen has my Charm High pick and place machine. I believe he's set it up but hasn't had time to start using it yet. For reference, your car cost $5,000. Right, but we're not comparing cars to pick and place machines. You can't assemble electronics with your car, and I can't drive anywhere on my pick and place machine. So it is yours. Okay. So do you want to tell people what it is first? Like, I'm happy, again, if you want to advertise your Kickstarter, just be honest. Like, and yeah, let people know what it is beforehand. Let me know what it is before I click on the link. Thanks. My guy is terrible at pick and place, but it does have CNC plates. Oh, does it? Does it throw parts all over the floor? Okay. I know that I didn't mean for what I said to sound dismissive, as in, it was a lot of money. I know, I paid for it, right? Yes, but as far as pick and places go, it's still the cheap end. So it's Chinese and the cheap end. So, you know, I have issues from time to time with it. They're all resolvable, you know. Do I get a perfect board out of it every single time? Well, no, but I've produced 30,000 boards with it. Clearly it's usable, right? It's cheap relative to other pick and places, yeah. It is a mini power station, multiple voltages, 3.5, 5, 12, plus and minus, adjustable 1 volt to 25 volt with current up to 1.5 amp, easy and compatible. Okay, cool. Sounds interesting. Sounds like it's relevant. So I will let's have a look. Mini power station. Right, so it's for a breadboard. Connects to a breadboard. Cool. Oh, it's doing quite well. How long was your campaign for? Was it a long one, or was it like a 40-something day or a 30-day? So adjustable output via some pots, is it? There's a pot, 2 pots, okay. Output LEDs, USB-C, PD, okay, so it's got PD control, battery input, on-off switch. Cool. So for those that, let me just, I'll post the link in here as well, if anyone is interested. That's the Kickstarter link. Yeah, so it looks like it's fairly complete in terms of its feature set. How does it go with heat? Like, you've got a lot of stuff underneath, sandwiched between the 2 PCBs. Hey, STG Electronics. Happy New Year, mate. I'm curious to know. Like, it looks like you might have a couple of. What have you got underneath? It's hard to see. Right, here we go. Oh, okay, so you've done a thermal assessment. That's really good to see. That's really good to see, because I was going to say that sandwiched in view could get quite hot. 52 degrees. And that's running at what? Hang on, this board has been tested under the highest current, 1.5 amps, and the thermal top and side view are shown below. The board can be considered warm, with the temperature is not exceeding 53. Okay. Just keep in mind that, like, anything above, I can't remember what the value is. I think it's 37 degrees. And, like, if you touch something that's 37 degrees, you'll get a shock, like, not electric shock, like you won't get burnt from it, but you'll do a whole, oh my god, I think I've just been burnt type thing. Like, I can't remember what the actual, the temperature is where the sensitivity of your skin is, will have a reaction like, wow, that's like, ooh, oh, right? But it's not actually going to burn you. I remember going through that with my tiny picker when I was first making it. 37 is your body. My body is not. My body's like 5 degrees. The poo shock factor. Okay, it looks pretty cool. Okay, well, if anyone's interested. Has anyone tried the TO1760SS? I have no idea what that is. So how much is it? 35 pounds. What does that work out to? I don't even know what's that in US dollars. Okay. Yeah, look, cool. Good luck with the project. Looks like you're well on track for reaching your goal. Hey, Photochromax. Hey, Death Shaker. 65 AUD. Hello, Michael. Cool. Good luck with that. Okay, so let's get back to assembly. I need to do. Is that on straight? I'm gonna have to straighten that. I just saw it. Wow. Did everyone see this is not straight? Maybe I knocked it. It's got to be straight. Straight enough. Okay, so I need to get some through-hole stuff. Okay, I need lots of headers. I need an 11. I need a 12. I need two 10s. They're over there. I need I need XH 3 pins. One of those, two of those, three of those. Yep, three of those, and I need a 6-pin PH. Okay. Good. 60 degrees C but have cold feet. What? Okay, so I can't remember the order I did this last time. I remember it was quite difficult. Okay, these are 210s. And these for support. Scott's come just in time. Oh, bang my knee. Just in time to critique my anyway, sorry, I'm just yabbering to myself. Okay, so header, so 10, no, that's an 11. That's a 12. That's a 10. And we need to, I'm just going to put that down. I need to do this so I can, so I'm just putting header pins in so I can kind of keep it straight if I can. Oh, always spammers. Hey Steve, I meant to actually reach out to you, Steve. I totally forgot about it. I actually had a JBC tweezers set in my shopping cart I was about to buy, and then your video came out about showing just how, I guess, not fantastic it was. Your thoughts on that? And I ended up not buying one. So, yeah. I really want a set of tweezers, some SMD tweezers, but, okay, I need to change my tip. That is way too big. Turn on. Get my solder. Yeah, so I ended up letting it go, but I really... Is this board JLC or PC? This board is PCB by... Yeah, the thing with the paste one is I didn't want the big handset, I wanted a small handset. I got little hands. I really liked the idea of the small handset of the JBC, but I didn't realize how like fragile and how flimsy and how easily you could get it out of alignment. For those that aren't aware, Steve did a video about the JBC versus Pace handsets for the tweezers, and it was really good. It was really insightful. They're really expensive. Like for me, it's like $1,300 for a station with tweezers that can only be used for tweezers, and you know that's a lot of money to drop. Like I know if I wouldn't have seen your video and I would have got them, I would have been really disappointed about how easily I could get that out of alignment. It's like a bad pair of tweezers, right? There's nothing worse trying to pick up a component with tweezers and then keep missing because the tweezers keep flipping over themselves. Not up to what you expect. No, not for that type of money, for sure. The pay stations will run any of the tools. Yeah, I know they will, but I've already invested in JBC. I mean, I don't have to get JBC everything, but the pastes are a lot more expensive, I think, at least here in Australia. I'm just going to solder a couple of rows of pins on to make sure it's steady and straight. Okay. Let's make sure this is in all the way. I remember I had an issue last time where one of them was sitting up a bit. That looks pretty straight. They're flush with the board. Good, good. Okay, let's get these done. Not that you can really see what I'm doing, but anyway. So today I'm using my ISO saw. My eyes are so sore. I'm using my ISO core clear from Felder. Keep changing around. You should mention the dimmer. More coming soon, a different version to test. Right. I almost bought myself a Metcal hot air station just before Christmas. They were out of stock though. It's a one of the pencil hot air stations. So it's a really small handpiece where the heat comes from the actual unit through a silicon tube. And they were out of stock, which was a bummer, but it was going to be a real impulse buy. I know it's off camera, sorry, I'll try to keep moving it. So this solder's got a really nice shiny finish. Not that it matters. It's going to go through the ultrasonic cleaner anyway. At some point. Probably not today. Okay. The Ursa Vario. I've not heard of them. Okay. Stuff here in Australia is really expensive. Hey James, we were talking about you before. Are your ears burning? Happy New Year, mate. And Merry Christmas. I hope you're well. I can't remember who was asking about you earlier. So I hadn't heard from you. Also haven't heard from Dustin Watts for a little while. I've messaged him a few times on Discord. I've not seen him online anywhere. He's not made any videos. Hopefully he is well. Nothing nefarious has happened. But yeah, we pay the Australia tax here for everything we buy in Australia, unfortunately. Because apparently it costs double to import stuff. Balance. Okay, almost done for these, and then I have to do the other headers. I probably should have done these last, actually, come to think of it, because the other headers are shorter. Oh well, whatever. Dustin offline during Maker. Oh, was he? I didn't see him. I only caught the start of MakerCast, the first, maybe a third of it. I had to go. I haven't watched the rest of it back yet. Looked like it was a good MakerCast, but okay. I should have turned my fan on, exhaust fan. He was in for a few minutes. Okay, cool. Okay, good. Glad he's still around. Everything's okay. I had a small IR pencil that I made at one point. Not really for solder though. Had a bit of a break for Christmas. Got my study, lots more room for project work now. That's awesome. I've been meaning to clean up my office and didn't get around to it. It was a quick hello goodbye visit. Okay, well that's, as long as he's around, as long as everything is okay. It's obviously I know he's been busy with work. Okay, they look good. Now I need to do these other headers. Probably this one is the one to do first. Make sure it's the right way. Interesting, that's stayed in because the pinholes, I should have made the pinholes smaller to hold them all in. See, that falls out, but the other one didn't. Let's start with that. Where are the pins? There they are. Okay. This is an awesome community everyone cares about. It is an awesome community. Full of awesome people. Caring and sharing people. Which is what the world really needs right now. Smart, thoughtful, caring people. Okay, so that's the header for the laser, RGB laser. Now I've just got 3 XT headers to stick on. And done. One goes that way. I'm trying to think how I can hold them down. Wish I could get shorter caps. These caps are just huge. Yes, blue tack. I know. I don't have any blue tack. Oh, hang on. I might have found some the other day. Where are you? Did I put you away? Okay, I've got some pink tack. Hello again, says Alan. Hello, Alan. Okay, pink tack. It's actually bubble gum. Don't tell anyone. Okay? Don't tell the kids I raided their bubble gum. Okay. Let's hope that stays. Stays long enough. Is that, no, not on screen. By the way, that's actually not a ground pad. The middle one's ground. I didn't bother. That's just the order the footprint is in KiCad. I didn't bother changing them around. Make sure these are good. Yeah, blue tack, pink tack. See, it gets hot and it just goes everywhere. This is really old stuff. Now I've got pink. Pink stuck on the bottom of my white connectors. I know Johnny won't care. But Johnny hates jazz. So, how's that for a bad joke? Okay. Let's finish soldering those and we can give this a whirl. A whirl. You know what I mean. Hang on, there's chat. I'll check chat in a second. So I bought this solder ages ago and I always forget I've got it. And because I was cleaning up, I found it. So I started using it again. Okay. I did a teardown of the Metcal HCT120. This was the predecessor of the 200 watt version. Is that one of their pencil? So I can't remember what the model was that I was looking at. Is that one of their pencil hot air stations? Steve? I'll have to, well, let me just... Yeah. Well, this is the 200. Right, so this is what I'm wanting. Mechatronics. Oh, is it in stock? Oh, looks like it's on special. Hang on. Hot air pencil. It was out of stock. Stock arriving soon. Still out of stock. Ah. So it's $1,000 for a hot air station, but as you can see, it's got one of those pencils. But, well, it looks like one of the pencils. It's hard to tell how big that is, though. But that's got to be way more comfortable to hold for long periods of time than this, right? Where the heat is on the actual unit, these cheap Chinese ones. Is it pronounced lead or lead? What are we talking about? It's like a soldering iron to hold. Okay, right. Cool. Okay. I'll have to contact them and find out when they're going to be available. Is that leaded solder? Can't remember. Probably. No, it's not. It's not. I mean, I don't care if it's leaded for the stuff I'm doing. But, hang on. It is SN99 3CU NIGE. I have no idea what all of those things are. Well, I know what SN is, but... So that's what it is. Pricing is ridiculous. Do they kiss you when you purchase one? I told you, like, we get in Australia, we pay the Australia tax on everything coming into the country. Leaded is the best. Hey, Ian. Happy New Year, mate. Leaded is the best, for sure. Stuck. It's an SN100 variant, right? I like the SN100. I've also got this one, which I bought, which is the SN100C on. This is new, so this is the same as my SN100 paste. It's the same AIM solder, but but the problem with this is this really sputters out flux. Like the flux is just insane what pops out of this. Like I'll show you. Hang on. What can I solder? Let me just grab an old previous board. A revision 1 board. I have to up the temperature. I have to get this back in focus again. Okay, so have a look at this. Like when I'm soldering this, it is just, the flux is just crazy. And you see, it leaves all this residue everywhere. I mean, it's beautiful solder. Look how shiny it is. You see on the tip of the solder now? That's flux. That's not solder. It's just so when you're doing fine pitch stuff with it, it just splatters, like it leaves this stuff everywhere. Anyway, so I find it quite hard to use. Like I almost have to clean the tip on every solder joint, which I know you're supposed to maybe do anyway, but yeah. But look how shiny it is. Beautiful shiny solder. And that's like when my solder paste looks the same as well when it's reflowed. Like it's really nice visually. Like when that's cleaned, it looks amazing. Like really amazing. Okay, so the board is done. Let's just have a quick look at it. Should be everything on here. Have I got the LEDs the right way around? So if I just put my tiny Pico in it and hope it doesn't blow up and plug the power in, we should at least see LEDs flashing because it's going to try to do some code. Although it might not because oh no, it's going to try to get to the internet. Maybe. I don't know what the default state is on them actually. So let's see if it blows up. Didn't blow up. It's going to try to connect to the internet, but it's only going to try to send messages. $138 is $1 US. Hey, Yumbo Prime. Yeah, it's probably not going to... Either that, I've got the LEDs wrong around. Okay, that's fine. Now, we need to work on this. I need to disconnect these and fix the... I'm just pulling these off the power and everything off these other ones. Oh, so I can redo these wires. Okay, so part of all this is so I can get rid of all of this junk, which is pretty bad. And of course, we did the common ground over here, and then I had to swap these wires. So they've all been redone on here, so I don't have to do that. But I have to remember to wire them in the correct way. Because I put them back to where they should be, I believe. My 4 month old You mean your 4 month old kitten? Your kitten's got 4 mouths? Hello, kitty. Hello, kitty. Okay. So I'm not going to put crimps on this. I'm going to just solder these together with some heat shrink because I want them a little bit longer. Yeah, we need cat pictures in Discord. Sorry if I missed it saying earlier, what is the main difference between these two boards? So my original board had, I had to do a bodge wire hack here because I forgot to connect one of the ground pins of one of the op amps, and I was switching these. Although I was switching the FETs on and off correctly, it didn't work with the laser because the lasers were pulled up on the board. So I had to change the way the FETs are working for switching. So that's been redone here as well. And then in doing that, I also didn't need the back where you could set whatever the TTL level was. The TTL level is now just 5 volts. So there's no need to switch anything on the back. So it was just a cleanup of the board, not requiring a bodge anymore. I'm hoping anyway. That's all it was. That is bad season. You need to buy everyone a lollipop. What? Who has to buy what? What have I done? Text-to-speech is not. Text-to-speech can be funny if you get the pie jokes thing. Okay, so I'm going to get some of these out. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I need 3 of them, and then be close. Cut them in half. Half's going to be a bit long still. Maybe I can just cut them in thirds. Okay, I probably need to go back to the soldering iron though, so I can put all these together. Yep, okay. Quickly make a pets on my Discord. I should. Hey, Quick Study Geek, hello. How was your trip? Where is off topic plus hashtag, what is it? Pets. Okay, there is now a pets channel under off topic on my server. Yay! Yay, yay, yay. My knee. Oh no. I mean, 150k is still freaking amazing. But yeah, sorry to hear that you hurt yourself. Hurt your knee. That's not good. Okay. So this is a bit messy. I'm going to do my best on this. And we are not going for the world's best soldering of splicing these together, okay? I'm going to not do it the way you're supposed to. I'm going to do it the Xeon way. Just so we're clear, it's the Xeon way or the highway. I'm going to do that, and then I'm going to do the bend. Fight me. I don't know how I'm going to hold it still though. I know I'm going to hold it still. I'm going to put some solder there. Solder holding the wire. Don't forget the heat shrink. Yeah, I put the heat shrink on already on this piece. I'll do one first to make sure it is good. Oh, wait, I lifted the temp. That was too hot. Too hot. See that puff? Come on. Okay, that's one. That's what. Let's do the count. We need Paul. Where's Paul? Paul is probably working. Should we burn myself? Yeah, I probably did it too close. Let's see if this works. Yep. Good, good. Look at that. Beautiful. Okay, a bit of heat shrink, except I was reworking stuff last night, so that's going to be really hot. I'll turn it down. Let's just heat shrink it and make sure it's good. Get it on both sides, but okay, good enough. Not great. Don't forget the heat. Yeah, I got that bit. Overuse injury. Sorry to hear. Really, that does suck. I'm going to have to reorder these though. These are all going to be in the wrong spot, but that's okay. Let's just do these one at a time. Undo all the black ones. All the black ones I stuffed in here. Find all the black cables. 1, 2, 3, can't see what I'm doing, that's okay. So I need to find where the rest of my black cables are that are pre-crimped. I would have taken them off and put them somewhere. Oh no, that could be bad. Okay, next red one. Okay, that is not a picture of a cat. Demon Z. That is not a cat. That's a, is that a raccoon? In Discord. Why don't you just stick a couple of jacks on there for RJ11 or RJ45. I don't have any RJ11 or 45 on there, and this not for the Galvos. These are for the laser. And I want them a little bit longer than what the default cables are that come with it. No RJ11 or 45. I mean, I can't even pull apart an existing Ethernet cable. I might have an old fax cable somewhere, but because they would have been crimped already. Okay, that's number 2. Oh, yeah, I did. I just thought, oh no, I didn't put the heat shrink on, but I did. Okay, I gotta fix that one, and then number 3. Save Sion's wrists fund started for pencil hot air machine. Happy New Year. Thanks, Aaron. It's very generous of you. Save Sion's wrists. It's, you know what, it's less about my wrists and more about my fear of, because I do a fair bit of rework, right? Or a fair bit of hot airing, because I do a lot of SMD stuff, right? More than the average person. It's the fear of the thing blowing up in my hand, like the heat source is in my hand, right? And that's what scares me the most. Like, I've had one of them go into thermal runaway. This is my second hot air station. That is my fear. So I'm not so much, I mean, yeah, not hurting my wrists would be great, but not setting my hand on fire would be the ultimate thing. What is a pencil hot air machine? Well, it's just a hot air station, just like the one you've got and I've got now, but it's a thin, it's like a soldering iron in terms of size, and the heat is not generated on the hot air end, it's generated at the base station and fed through a tube. Thanks, Peter. Oh. Thanks, Johnny. Thanks, guys. That's really, really nice of you. I really appreciate it. Totally not necessary, but thank you. I mean, you can get non-pencil versions that are like that as well, but pencil ones are nice and small, thin cable, flexible, easy to move around. Okay, let me just hot air these so they don't move off. That one's already moved. Seriously, guys, thanks for the super chat. I really appreciate it. And now I'm going to do the black ones, and I have to find the other, where am I going to find it? The other ends of these. I wouldn't have thrown them because I'm just doing this first black one. I wouldn't have thrown them out because they were crimped. You never throw away a crimped cable. Every crimped cable thanks, Sniff. Spend it wisely. No, spend it all. Yeah, I've never been one for spending money wisely, clearly. If I was, I wouldn't be doing any of this stuff, right? Yeah, you never want to crimp if you don't have to. You never throw away crimped cables. Sniff is in. Oh, you know what? Oh, that's okay. I was going to say I didn't put a heat shrink on that one, but it's not connected at one end. But I bet you I can't get it over this connector. Oh, maybe I can. No, I can't. Oh, that sucks. Oh, maybe I can. Can I get over the connector? I forgot to put heat shrink on that one. Rob wasn't watching. Rob, you weren't watching. You didn't save my bacon. Ooh, bacon. Yum. Okay, it's almost through. Come on, get on. Get on. Yay, got it. Okay, yay. So, that's a black one. I need to find my two black cables. Two black that are crimped. Come on, where are you? Where would I put you? I'm gonna put you somewhere. Come on. Okay. I may have... No, I wouldn't have thrown them out. But, because this desk is so messy, oh, they could be anywhere. Or nowhere. Or accidentally thrown out. Wow, I need to clean this up. Oh, no. Well, they fell on the floor. It's possible they fell on the floor. That sucks. Ooh, Henrik, thank you very much. Thanks for being you, really. Not many people thank me for being me. Apologies to your control officer, got distracted. All good. Okay, damn it. Damn. No way I would have chucked them out. Okay, what have I got instead? I've got a green one. I've got two green ones. I've got two pre-crimped green. We can use green, right? Green, one black and two green. That'll be okay. And as well as aren't even bothering to test. Positive rate is massive. Did they report 35k this morning? Yeah, there aren't many people getting tested. They're not going to report the right amount. But wow, okay. Well, Metcal is going for about 570 USD. Hope they have the different size chips. Otherwise, only good for small work. You're talking about the tweezers. And tweezers vacuum picker. Yeah, the problem is bringing this stuff in the country. Suddenly the price goes up. 200k report over the last. Wow. Okay. These are also thicker cables. Doesn't really matter. It's going to annoy me that I don't have black now. The extra blacks. Wonder if they fell on my floor. I wonder if I threw them out by accident. Very hard to find black cables on a black carpet. Just in case anyone ever thinks about redecorating their space and going black carpet. Yeah, don't do it. I find nuts and bolts, all like black ones, all over my floor all the time. Oh, I'm so bummed. Oh well, stop procrastinating, Sion. So I need the same, I don't even know if the thing will fit on this. Roughly the same length. Okay, let's come back to here for a sec. Okay, I need this length. Oh. And where are my strippers? Strippers! Stripper! Not that type of stripper. Strippers. Always. Ooh. Okay. Let's do this. Let's get these last ones on. Okay, heat shrink. Heat shrink on. Last bit of heat shrink. On. Okay, one wire. Oh, you know what I meant to do? I actually meant to put all of these cables into one more big heat shrink just to hold them all together. I should have, and I forgot. Oh well. I could take them out of the connectors at one end to do that. Wow. That was not a good winding. Okay. Almost done. And I can't see the chat right now. Was that just letting you on? I'll put some pics of my cats and kittens on your Discord. Excellent. In the pets. Oh, there's already stacks of posts in here. Oh, gold. Here you go. That is cute. Meow. Oh, the doggies. Dogs are permitted. I said pets, not cats. Oh, that's funny. Oh, cats are hilarious. Murder mode, yes. That's very cool. Nice. Thank you for that. Hello, Mark. Your pet is sleeping. Okay, I'm not sure how I'm gonna... Okay. Last one. Come on. Let's just do this. Let's do it. We're so close. I really wanted to... What's the time? Oh, 9:13. I wanted to start working on the turtle program today. On logo. See if we can get a triangle up on the screen. And at least get it rotating. I thought that would be a good accomplishment for the day. But... I'm getting distracted by pets now, and it's my own fault. I can't blame anyone except for myself. Not that anyone would ever listen. Anyway, whatever. Shut up, Sam. Okay, so. Dun, dun, dun. One, and oh, can't believe I've got green on here. Green and black. I should have changed the other black one as well. Made them all green. Does not matter. Okay, let's just heat shrink these. Heat shrink. Try not to get my fingers. It's the Wago connectors are gone. I keep calling them Wagyu connectors. They're steak. They're steak connectors. Yum. Okay. That was warm. Okay, so now I've got to get the connectors in, and I've got to get them in the right order. And I have to switch these around, I believe. That goes on the outside. Yes, they do. Okay, so now comes fun. I'm going to do this hopefully without breaking the connector. I've got more connectors. That's okay, but laser thingy so we can play with kittens. or if you want to, Altium has the viewer as well done as a third-party plugin. Good to know. Thank you. Okay, so I'm pretty sure. Wait. Which way does it go in? Right, that's the front. Yeah, okay, good. Good, that's the front. So, that was correct. That goes back in there. And then the black one, of that one, goes next to it. See if I can do this without twisting all the cables together. Maybe I should twist them all. Okay, that's one. I hope these are the right way around. If not, well, that'll be embarrassing. Two. Number two. Get off. And twisted? No. Twisted sister. Okay, number two. It goes there. And the last one. I really should have stuck some heat shrink on this. Maybe I'll pull them back out again and do some heat shrink. Should I put... Yeah, see, it's just going to be messy without some heat shrink around it all. I should do it. I shouldn't I? I should. Okay, heat shrink. Yeah, I'm going to do it. Hey, Electron Ash. All those colors, why on earth didn't you do RGB color coded? Why? What difference does it make? Because I bet you I get them wrong. So, you know, that's probably a good reason why. Probably why. Okay, so let's go do this. These ones have got heat shrink on now, so they can go back in. I'm just doing one small bit of heat shrink, just enough to have them not look like frizzy Von frizzy hair. Okay, let's just take these out again. Come on. Oh wow. Come on. I've got blue tack on my tweezers still. Is anyone getting frustrated watching me doing this? Sorry. It's my own fault. I thought about extra heat shrink before and then I just didn't do it. Okay, good. 1, 2, 3. Okay, heat shrink. Okay. Green and red. Looks like Christmas. These are Christmas colours. last one. I can squeeze them through the heat shrink. Go, go, go. Yes, I can. Perfect. Oh, that is so much better. Excellent. Good idea doing that, Sion. Good idea. Okay, so, sorry about that. So there's the cable. Zoom out. There's the cable and the heat shrink here, which I can't get over the top of the yellow. That's yeah, should have been the other side. Doesn't matter. Anyway, that'll at least keep it together. Keep it together better anyway. Probably could squeeze it over the yellow a bit just to hold them in place. Or maybe not. If I did a bit at a time, I probably could. I'll get the last one, I won't be able to do it. Yeah, these last ones are not squeezing in. Go, 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 go. No. Okay, well, I needed the heat shrink to be like 1 millimeter wider. But right there is fine. Okay, I'm just gonna hot air this without burning my fingers. Really close, it's really close. Excellent. Excellent. Okay, so new board. Laser goes there, which is correct. That should be the correct order. Okay. Now the other thing I need to do is the power coming into the laser, which was getting connected to my bench supply. I actually want to connect it to, where did I put it? I had it on my desk yesterday. If I moved it, cleaned it up, I'll be annoyed. Where did I put it? I've got a 12 volt power, here it is. Right. So I'm going to use this instead. So it's just an old Netgear supply, and it outputs 12 volts, 1 amp, and the laser only, the maximum I've seen it ever draw is 400 milliamps. So I'm going to use this instead, and that's tangled. I should actually check it works first, right? That'll be good. So should plug it in and get my multimeter, check it. Hey John, I have the same Galvos. Mine has a built-in control IC and is ILDA compatible. It's an RGB Laser module, which is why I've been excited about. I'm not a coder either. Just so we're clear, like if any of you ever thought I was a coder, I'm not. At all. All hack, no code. Anyway, I would never class myself as a coder. Okay. Voltage. What I should do, I haven't turned it on yet, by the way. I'm not that silly. I'm just going to stick some blue tack down so I can separate these wires, which you can't see, just so they don't touch. Now you can see the voltage, so should be nothing. Yep, and then on, don't pop, on. Wow, 14 volts. Can anyone see that? 14 volts. What the? What does that say? Output 12 volts, 1 amp. I'm definitely not a software engineer. No, well, I'm as much a software engineer as a coder. Okay, I didn't use the word good. No load, but still. At no load, I would have expected 12.8. Or something. Not over 14. I got that one. Oh, Dutch Taurus got there before me. We both did it. Yeah, I mean, it shouldn't be that high. I wouldn't have thought, but okay. It's not on, by the way. Yeah, let's do it. We'll do it. What's the worst that'll happen? It's for a net geek, right? Expect it to be pants. Right, but... Yeah. Yeah, it will go down with load, but that is still high. Like, I'm worried. My other option is I do have this. I've got a proper 12 volt supply, but this is for my optical inspection machine. So I can't even read where this is. This is 12 volts. This is up to 5 amps. But I'm saving this for the optical inspection machine. It's the only other 12 volt supply I've got. Unless I can find another 12 volt one. I can see my backside. I have one in there. Yeah, I don't think I've got any other 12 volts. What do you reckon? Safe to use or not? I had that Lego style one once. What? It's like someone's missing an eyebrow. What am I going to stick it on? What am I going to put it under? What load? I don't have, other than my laser, I don't have a 12 volt load. I don't have a 12 volt. What can I connect it to? I mean, I don't even have a like a high wattage resistor. I don't have a load bank. No, I don't have anything. Yeah, just a resistor. I'm pretty sure all of my resistors are pretty goddamn small. Yeah. What is the firelight in front of you? Is an LED strip, AC. It's an AC LED strip. I don't have a 10 watt shunt around, no. What do I do in any of my electronics that would require anything above a 1/4 watt resistor? Seriously. Although the 33 ohm, these 33 ohm ones I've got, I think are, they might be 1 watt. I think they're only 1 watt. I do, well, I've got a 12 volt LED, well, I don't have a, I've got the 12 volt RGB LED strip, but that's not going to power up because it's not, it needs PWM. 33 ohm 1 watt should be fine for a bit. Car bulb, don't have. Don't have a ballast light bulb. I've got nothing, guys. When I say I don't have anything, I mean I don't have anything. Other than something I can destroy. Actually, hang on. Hang on. Just bear with me a second. I'm looking for where are you? Where are you? In here maybe? I remember a long time ago I accidentally bought some wrong resistors, through-hole resistors. I don't know if I chucked them. I don't think I did. But I don't know where they are. Right, what are these? These were big ass metal film resistors. Still maybe not big enough. Whoa! Falling out of the bag, what are they? 100 ohm. 100 ohm 1 watt. There we go. 100 ohm 1 watt. So what's if I stuck a few of them in series? I accidentally bought these when I was doing the David Watts Seglement displays. Remember I did that project with David Watts? I bought these by accident. Not what I thought I ordered. So funny to see Mr. Electronics struggle to find a load. I'm not Mr. Electronics, firstly, and secondly, 4 in parallel. 4 in... Anything on the board that can't take... I'm not going to connect the board, I'm going to connect the laser. It's for the laser, the 12 watts. The 12 volts. Why would I put 4 in parallel? That's going to drop my resistance. Don't lie, sound. I know you were bought for the Mega Pico Massive. The Mega, yeah. Full through hole only. A through hole only big tiny Pico. Yeah, that's what it is. I am going to solder that, by the way. What is the current requirement of the load? Half an amp maximum. Most of the time less than half an amp. So about half the so I'm just quickly soldering this. Half the capacity of the unit. Okay, so I just want to test. The problem is how am I can't really. I don't really want to solder these on. But why do we need 25 ohm? Why would you drop it to 25 ohms? So the laser was connected to my bench supply, which is how I've been supplying the 12 volts and how I've been seeing how much it takes. Iggy, hello! Happy New Year, mate. Stick one of those 100 ohm across the PSU and recheck the voltage just to confirm the supply needs some. Yeah, I'm going to do that. I'm going to stick two of them together across, except I need to attach them. So I'm just getting the wires ready. Why am I zoomed in so far? Okay. So I'm just going to solder them on just for the moment. I can desolder them afterwards. Can't really see what I'm doing here. I'm going to just... I'm not going to be able to hold them in place with the multimeter if I just don't do this. Seems like a lot of effort just to check. Oh, come on. Should have cleaned it. So, okay. So test the lasers have drive. What? What? Meter. Pumpkin eater. Okay, 200 ohms across the load, which is good. So if I plug that in, how long do you reckon I can keep this on for before it starts to smoke and get real red hot? So voltage right now is nothing. You can't be pudding if you don't eat your meat. I'm always in awe of Sam's ability to get stuff just out of shot. Sorry. Well, I'm looking at what I'm doing. How long do you reckon I can turn it on for? No. This is not pulling anything. This is not connected to the laser. This is just connected to the resistor to check the voltage. We're checking to make sure that the voltage drops. 200 ohms. 1 watt. We're about to find out. Here we go. 13 point. It dropped to 13.1. So it didn't drop to 12. Did everyone see that? You sure that's switching? I never said it was switching. I don't know what it is. So, like, I'm pretty sure I mean, if the board can't take 13, I don't know what. It's an old plug pack. I don't know. It's an old Netgear 12 volt. AC adapter model. Yeah, I don't know what it is. I'm going to just quickly look one more time to see if I've got a another one somewhere, another 12 volt. I don't think I do. I've been collecting 5 volt ones, but not 12 volt. Wow, he says as he picks one up. I just picked up a 12 volt power supply. So this one is an unknown brand. 1.5 volts. For ITE use only. 12 volt, 1.5 amps. And it's already got... Okay, let's measure what this one is. So the cable is all twisted. I have used this one before to drive 12 volt motors, so, but I'd assume they're a little bit more tolerant. If it's, this one is heavy. There's the trans, and the other one, that Netgear one is really light. There's no weight in this at all. That other one I just plugged in has got a lot of weight in it. At least 5 times more. At least. Get out of the way. You can see that. Okay. Turn on and measure voltage. One. Yeah, that's 12.15, this one. So this is good. I'll use this one. That one is definitely a transformer. Okay. What a fluke that I found one. Okay, so where'd that cable go? It fell on the floor. Oh, here we go. So I need to connect these together, so I might as well let me get some connectors. Okay. Let's screw these together. Really? Okay. Need a bigger screwdriver. Bigger, bigger. I can redo this later, but this is better than using bench supply. Okay, so we have that. So we need to see if it works. And we should put the old one away. Old one away so I don't mess them up. Now the only problem is I don't know which one of these is which now. Other than the black and red one, I don't know which one's which. So I might have to play around with the order of these. 1, 2, 3. There's also a fan output on here. I haven't found this getting hot, so I haven't bothered, but I might need to do something with that. Okay. Whoops. Sorry about that. That was my focus thing. Okay, so this is a bit better cable management wise. Maybe. Not perfect. Okay. That's power for power supply. And that's the other one for power supply. No, sorry, they're my Galvos. Try that again. Okay, Galvos. I don't know again which way I unplug them from. So one Galvo, I might have to switch these as well. 2. Okay, so now I just need the power supply. So I need to take this, put it back, plug it in, and we'll see if it works. What could possibly go wrong? Is timeout over? What timeout? Definitely lots of spammers. Okay, so that has to go to PowerPoint. And that one as well. And I bet you I don't have a spare PowerPoint under there. No, not really, but I bought a power board for this exact reason. Hang on. Cheap ass power board. But it has switches on it. And it's got a USB type C connector on it, as well as 2 USB A's. And I can't open it because it's designed to be idiot proof. What's the time? Wow, almost 3 hours. Okay, rubbish on the floor. So this way I can actually control, I can have both the power supply and the laser connected to the same power board, which is preferable. Okay, just need to drop the adapter down the back. Okay, so we should see if the laser is working or not by just powering up the laser. So I'm going to do that right now. I hope the laser doesn't go pop. It does not go pop. Okay, laser's good. So now I just need to plug in the rest of the power. That can go. I've got 2 power cables. One goes to here. I just got a message from Mark. Goggles. And one goes to here. And these cables are way neater. Still not perfect, but way neater. Okay. So, oh, and USB connector. USB. I need my USB cable. Will it reach? I hope so. Okay. So that's much neater. Not that you can see it, sorry. I've got my goggles. They won't stay on with my glasses unless I do this with them. There we go, I can't see anything. I'm going to power it up and hope it doesn't go pop. Okay. It's the Galvo on. It's a laser on. And I have no idea what should be happening right now. It's polling. Let's see what this does. Oh! Oh! Hello world from Unexpected Maker. Okay, I need to angle it. Remember, it's got that angle issue. Just want to see if the LEDs work. I've got them the right way around. No, the LEDs are not turning on. So, I've possibly got the LEDs the wrong way around. That is annoying. Where is my other... Here we go. Bad camera. I must have knocked it. Knocked the camera. Yeah, it doesn't work with... It only works with normal letters, with normal ASCII. This is not using the lat pin, but on this version I wired up the lat pin. So, but I haven't changed the code yet. Okay, so I want to know why the LEDs are not lighting up. I'm pretty sure I just put them on back to front. Oh, I did. I put them on back to front. Super chat. I don't know for super chat. Well, it'll pop up a message on my... in my serial output, Rob, but it won't. It doesn't do anything on the super chat yet. Sorry, that was a waste of £5. No smoke without fire. No, I put them on the wrong way around by accident. I forgot because they're being powered by 3.3 volts all the time, and I'm using the high and low state of the pin to turn them on and off. So I wonder if oh, yep, okay, so the logo's still working as well. They're both working, and you can work on both of them at the same time. Well, it's not that it's 1 minute behind, it's that I've got a large polling interval. So it's like, it's waiting at least 5 seconds to repoll, and then it will only repoll after it's finished going through all the messages it's already got. So if there's like 9 messages there, it's got to go through all the 9 messages and then it'll repoll. Laser sparkle. So what I really want to do is, like, both of them are polling the YouTube chat thing, which is bad because they're both chewing up my tokens. I'm going to set up a tiny Pico somewhere that'll sit there and do just the polling itself, and it'll build lists Like it'll have two different dictionaries of stuff, one for the logo and one for the laser, and then they will just check the tiny Pico remotely, right? Yeah, a lot of fun, Steve. You should definitely order. I've got bad plug. I've got links in my description below. They're affiliate links, but you don't have to. You don't have to use my affiliate links. That's fine. It's totally fine. But yeah, they're a lot of fun. I hate doing stuff like that, and I normally don't. But I've had so much interest about this stuff, and I've had people asking me again and again, where'd you get your Galvo, where'd you get your Galvo, where'd you get your laser? I thought if I'm going to put links, I might as well put affiliate links. 26 seconds. Yeah, it depends. It depends on when you write the message, where it is in the queue, how many are in there. Yeah. Okay, I'm going to stop it. I want to fix the LEDs. Okay, so off and off. That is so much better than having to crawl under my desk. It does work with an exclamation. Yeah, I added that. I added an exclamation. I added a apostrophe, which was missing. That's all I've added so far. Okay, so unplug all this. These caps, better be careful. Don't touch the big caps. Now I think the colours were wrong, so I've got the colours in the wrong order. I'll have to fix that. But for now, I want to change these LEDs over. Whoa, it's almost coffee time. Definitely air conditioning time. It's warming up. Okay, so yeah, I put them on the wrong way. That's annoying. But if that's all that's wrong with this, who cares? As long as design-wise it's fine. Trying to think which direction I want to do this on. I don't want to melt the connectors. Oh, that's also not good. Oh, I dropped the USB cable behind. Oh well. So ground should be where the label is, but I put ground facing this way there, which is wrong. Totally wrong. Luckily, I'm using low temp paste for my prototypes. So, oops. So not only will I not destroy the LEDs, but they will reflow quickly. And they stay quite fluxy. Because LEDs notoriously get damaged when you're reflowing them. So easy to damage the package. Get off. Okay. That's all three. This is only a 300 milliwatt laser. Firstly, I didn't even think I'd get them in the country, so that's why I didn't get the bigger one, because the bigger one was also more expensive. And I also don't want to burn a hole in the wall if I've just got it on for too long in one point when I'm doing something. So this is the new board. There was nothing wrong with it. I just put the LEDs on back to front because I've changed the way the LEDs work. Because the lasers are turned on and off by pulling the pin low, I need the LEDs on when it's low, so I had to make... but I still put them back on the wrong way. It's my own fault. It was a bit silly. Okay. So this should now... It's a bit warm. I'm just going to stick it on the heatsink. Last of my cold coffee. Okay, so It's still a bit warm. I need a fridge or something, a cooler. Had a color wall laser. Yeah, I didn't know. Like I didn't know what to expect. And as I said, I didn't even think I'd get. Laser, we miss you. You miss me. You miss it. Okay, so plugging it back in. Let's get it all back together again. Except I dropped my cable at the back. Cable isn't quite long enough, which means if I'm not careful, it hits the hot air gun. I need to get a longer USB cable. Okay, I'm just plugging it all back in again. Power. Laser. Oh, one of the laser connectors came out just then. Okay, better. So I'm pretty sure that was green and blue, wasn't it? And if that's the case, I need to swap the red and the green. Okay, here we go again. I'm going to turn my logo off for the moment. I'm going to say the A word. Alexa, turn off logo. Otherwise I'm going to run out of tokens. Okay, turning it on. Okay, let's now see what it does. It takes a moment to kick in. Yeah, just wait. Right, I plugged them in back to front. Galvos back to front. Doing this live, because why not? Okay, it should be back the right way. And then we need to check the colors. So I'm pretty sure the writing is blue and the name up top is green, and that should be red. Going up in the world. Yes, so my green and my red are the wrong way around. Green and red. Just hold on, folks. Okay, that looked better, I think. Did that look better? Was that red and blue? It should have been red and blue. Yes. Okay, so we've got the correct color. We have the correct orientation. Modify the code to swap them on Rev 1, swapping the RGB. Did I? I don't think I did. So I have a wing on my wall. That's very funny, Code Wolf. If you make electronic music, you're a semiconductor. That's funny. Do we have pink LED shining? Oh, I've got the... Hang on. I've also got the LED for the power on back to front. Wow. But yes, the RGB... Oh, right. Did I swap them around, did I? So that's doing red and green, it should be red and blue. Right. I think green and blue were swapped around. Maybe you're right. Chris, how did you remember that? How did you remember that? Do I even have the code open? Probably not. Oh, I do. hang on. Okay, so let's go over to here. Laser. Oops, wrong one. No, RGB. Red, green, blue. No, they're not swapped. But it's definitely firing the green one. The blue output is doing the green. So maybe it's supposed to be red and green, not red and blue. Let's find out. It should be, the name should be in red or in 1, and the message should be in 2. Okay, I think it's supposed to be red and green. Yeah, okay, so I've got blue and green swapped. That would make sense. That's better. So now I can see the LEDs flashing on the board, the correct colors. So red, green a lot when it comes up, and then if the green message keeps going for longer, lots of green flashing on the LEDs. It's waiting for another message. Here we go, red, green, red, green, red, green. Yep, cool, okay, good, working. Yay. Yay, yay. Well, they're fatter because of their shapes, right? So, yeah, it's the way it draws them. They're no letter is fatter. They're all made out of lines. Yeah, smaller line segments are slower, brighter because of that. What's the error getting messages? What do you mean, what's the error getting messages, Rob? Oh, right. No. So every second time it polls, yeah, this is something to do with Brian's API. I don't know what it is. I get the same thing on my logo. He's aware of it. I haven't had time to look into it. So it'll do a poll and it'll get the messages, and it'll do a poll. This is the serial output, and then it'll do a poll and then it'll get a message, an error, and then it'll do a poll and it'll get messages. I don't know what that is. Well, right now, none of this is multi-core. So, and Brian's library's not multi-core, and the laser stuff's not multi-core. And then I can't necessarily make it multi-core, because then it won't work on the Tiny S2. So it'd be better if it was async rather than multi-core. But, yeah. Yeah, I don't know what it is, though. I wish I did know what it is. Okay, so oh my god, it's been 3 hours already, and I really wanted to work on doing logo, or starting on logo, but that's going to take me half an hour or more just to set up a project. That's annoying. Maybe I have to leave that for another day. It'd be better if it was MQT. Yeah, it probably won't be MQTT I'm going to do it with, but I'm definitely going to do the polling on a different microcontroller. And I'll just build big dictionaries, big lists of stuff, right? There'll be a list for the logo, and there'll be a list for the laser. I think in this particular case, catch you later, Peter. I think in this particular case, just MQTT is kind of overkill. I still need something to fill MQTT. So I need something connected to the internet, whether it's my computer or whatever else, to grab all the information and then send the messages to MQTT, which then these things that are subscribed to MQTT pull it from, right? Whether that happens on the same machine as the MQTT broker or not, doesn't matter. It's still an extra step. I just don't think I need that extra step. Like, that's all. I mean, I'd do it so I could learn and play with MQTT, which I've never used before. But other than that, like, it just makes more sense to me to have, you know, something that is grabbing the information and it's just running a little web server or a web socket. That's right. Like just a little web socket or a little web server even would be simpler, because then I can monitor it from a web page, right? Like a little RESTful API or something. As Rob said, MQ2 is the right way to do it. It might be the right way to do it. Future-proof of other things. Sure. I mean, that would be the right... Coffee, please, Alan. Yes, thank you. Please. A big one. I mean, to be fair, my Sam Racks would also benefit from using MQTT, except much more power required to do Wi-Fi. Anyway, sure, it's an easy 10-minute thing if you've done it before. Thanks, John. Thanks for doing this. I'll try with my laser galvos as well. Awesome. Thanks very much for the super chat. I really appreciate it, John. Do you have Node Red? I don't, and I've never used, again, never needed to. I don't really do any home automation stuff, so he says as I've got the A thing that controls some stuff, but it's all on my list of things to one day tinker with. Excuse me, I've got so many things that I one day want to tinker with. Right, that's fine if you've got stuff like sensors and everything, Rob. Like, really, there's nothing that I've got here that could have benefited from MQTT yet. But yep, I've got an Ubuntu server, like a little Pi Ubuntu server over in the corner in there, and I'll probably just install it on there and get things going. Good night, Quixotic Geek. Thanks for joining. Sorry to hear about your knee. I'm glad you did 150k, but you didn't hit your target, so sorry about that. Yes, I know you are, Tony. You do a lot of home automation stuff. So wait. It's just 10 minutes to get going, but tell me when you have 1 hour to set it all up. Wait, 10 minutes or 1 hour? Which one is it, Mark? No, I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. Photons are pushing on the wall. My wall's going to fall over. I need to fix this as well. That's just the camera, because it's not mounted properly. It's just sitting on a heatsink up on there. The messages from sensors are just the same as messages from YouTube. Right, but I haven't needed to do multi before today, or before now. Like it makes sense for my logo to do it itself, because there was one thing, right? But yeah, you're right. Like it would, yeah, okay. So MQTT, I'll do MQTT. All good. How hard can it be? See, Johnny can do it in a 10-minute chat. Why can't you, Mark? I'm sorry. I'm just kidding. I'm kidding. So I really need to. I want to get this inside a case. I want to get the power supply out of. Now, is this even on? 1 second. I want to see if this Pi booted. No, see, it's still stuck on a picture of my pool. That's my pool. And Flynn, upside down. That's really funny. Let me see if I can... See, the camera just freezes. I'm just restarting it. See, that's the Pi booting up. I want to show you this stuff up on the bench with the power supply still sitting in a plastic tub. It's great. Okay, just waiting for it to boot. Yeah, but I don't need Node Red. Like in, yeah, what I mean, MQTT would make more sense for this, I think. Maybe. Okay, we have picture this time. It's upside down. 1 second. Here we go. Oh, messy office. But I want to show you. So you can see it sitting on there. So the light from the window is going to completely overcast it. So the power supply is sitting in a tub still. That's all a bit messy. But now that it's not going down to the bench supply underneath, I can tidy all that up. So that is a little shelf I built for it the other week. Okay. That's little sickening. Nope, wrong button. Okay. Left to stream. I bet we can get it working. Yeah, I'm not going to do it now on the stream. I don't even know if that machine's booting. That's okay. Need a proper shortening of MQT. After saying it 3 times, you lose the ability to say Qs. MQTT, MQTT, MQTT. It's MQTT, not MQQT. There's only one Q. We've seen in Lunar stuff, all note red and simple UDP broadcast. No need for MQTT. Right. Yeah, but I don't want to broadcast it out. I want the devices to read them in. I don't want to have them broadcast and get missed. I don't, like, if my laser is drawing, it cannot receive UDP incoming, right? So that's not going to help me. It needs to be a pull, not a push. Plan to link Sam to the laser. No. What would Sam on the laser give me apart from headaches and a complete divergence of what it's supposed to be doing? Hello, Mr. Tada98. Great. I'm just background noise. Oh, no, that's cool. MQTT is push. Right, MQTT, but doesn't MQTT have acknowledgement? Like if it pushes something and the receiver doesn't get it, it can push it again. It knows that, right? Which is absolutely not what UDP is. Clues in the name, it'll cue the message for you to pull when you are ready. Right, so wait. So does MQTT broker push it out, or does the... I know that can happen, right? Like a listener subscribes to it and gets sent messages, but does the listener ask for the messages, or does it just get sent? The broker pushes, but at the listener's request. They've already been trying to design things. Tell me, likely to do wrong when designing. What to print? I have no idea. What will you be doing wrong? Orientation of the part, supports, thickness issues. I don't know. That's really vague. I mean, not vague. Really broad. Really broad. You need to see the wall so we can muck with your head. Okay, sorry. I forgot about the wall. Go on. MQT pushes to the client. That's exactly it. Foxabillo. Tell you a joke about UDP, but it might not get it. Okay, I need a system where the laser goes, I've got no messages. Are there any messages for me? And the same with the logo. The logo is just got to check periodically. Because I don't know when, like, there's, at least on the laser, it's blocking. It's completely blocking. Right? I can't write text where, like, in a loop where other things are happening. Like, it's when it's doing that message on the screen, that is all it's doing. So I need something different. Around is not designed for messages with historical records. You can cache messages with MQT with Curious. Plus, I haven't found a Nilda package yet that, or like a library or something that works with this in Arduino, or that I can easily hack in for my DAC. Secretly Quindor. Network node short. Electroboom's network nodes short. No. I'm so glad he had it. The TTS was broken during MakerCast. That would have been a nightmare. See a link on Discord. What's link on Discord? All I see is cats. Lots of cats. Live stream. Home network nodes communicate. How network nodes communicate. Okay, cool. Thanks. Yep. Well, ILDA will work. It's just that this board and the DAC and whatever else, like, you know, whatever libraries out there will just have to be tweaked to like the library that I'm using, which again, as I stated, isn't fantastic. It did not work at all with mine. Like even though it was using the same DAC, just everything about the way it was written didn't work with the DAC. I just had to swap out all the DAC stuff, and it's working, right? But yeah, it's just a matter of that. Like in terms of hardware and Galvos and stuff, and my laser controller, that won't stop it from using ILDA. I just need to find a library and get it talking to it, using the right pins and making sure that it's controlling the lasers, the colors the right way and stuff. But I just lasers wear out. I have no idea. This is my first and only. Well, I've got some laser pointer ones. You can ditch the whole DAC library, you just need to include. Well, but the DAC library I'm using is just SPI. Like, it's not a library anymore. There's like 3 functions, right? Initialize SPI, send something to the DAC. That's it. So, yeah. The general library that I'm using is actually quite hard to use to get good results out of it. Like the settings that I put in to get good text gives me bad other things, and then to improve other things, it gives me bad text. Like it depends on what I'm trying to display and how much and how big. I want to try ILDA. I'm time poor. Like I've got 1,000 more things that are way more important than playing with ILDA at the moment, to be honest. I need to get my Reflow Master finished and shipped. I need to get to the next rebuild of my optical inspection machine so I can move on with that. And I need to launch my ESP32 S3 boards. I'm getting very close, but there's so much stuff to do. So yeah, like I've just got, and I've got a whole bunch of client work to finish off. So honestly, Ilda and other software things I want to do with this, it's going to have to wait. It's low priority, unfortunately. Maybe for someone else, I'll make a board for someone else and they can try it. Like, they can get it working, no problem. I've got enough parts here to make 4 more of these. Enough parts and PCBs to make 4 more of these. It does. It sucks so much time, especially when things break and are unfixable. Unfixable. AKA Reflow Master Pro. Anyway, okay, I think I'm going to call it. SB boards coming in. Do you need a stress tester? No, they're tested. They're good. I need to get them done. They're beyond the prototyping phase. They're in. I've got production boards ordered. What are my plans for 2022 as a whole? Year 3, 6, 9. Dude, I can't plan a week ahead. The S3 is officially launched. There's no silicon. Like, my silicon is coming in like literally 50 chips, 100 chips at a time. They're ramping up production. It's still a little while before there's going to be enough silicon out there, but my boards will be out soon-ish. And I will be putting my going through pre-cert for CE in January. That's all being organized at the moment. So I'll go through pre-cert on my Tiny S3, and if that's all good, I'll put all 3 of my boards into CE certification. So my S3 boards, unless there's some unknown circumstance, my S3 boards will be CE certified, so you'll be able to buy them in Europe. Mako is dangerous. I plan to plan a plan at some point. Yeah, I don't plan. My plan's just out the window. CE is exciting. Yes, well, not really. Go to do S3, C and FCC on a new design, hoping it will be simpler using the room module. Yeah, it'll be dramatically simpler using because the room modules come pre-certified. So you just have to certify the rest of your board. In my case, I use silicon, bare silicon. I have to do all the red certification. I'm not doing FCC because it's not needed for my boards, but CE is, so. It's a big step. I don't have a choice. Like I lost the whole European market pretty much for my current boards. I sell a little bit just individually to people in Europe, but in terms of resellers and distribution, it's all gone. So yeah, like I lost half my income last year from July onwards. Maybe even more than half my income, which really sucked. So I can't have that happen for my S3 boards. I need to make sure that they're CE certified. Test 2. What are we testing? What is the conversations happening? It is not a mate, he's a penguin. Okay, I think it's time to go. 3.3 hours, I think that is enough. I believe a Discord now uses MQT. Oh, okay, cool. You shouldn't read the news. No, don't read the news. What is CE cert going to end up costing you, assuming you win the first round? So if preset's going to cost me a couple of grand US, and if there's no issues on my S3, I'm going to assume there's no issues on my Pro S3 or my Feather S3. Assumption could be bad, but I don't want to spend 6 grand doing pre-cert unnecessarily. And then actual CE is probably going to cost me about, for the 3 boards, about between $10,000 and $12,000 US. I don't know yet. It depends. It's tricky. C is interesting because I get to choose how the tests are done, and I get to choose what's tested. But that doesn't mean what I get certified for is acceptable. If that makes sense. Like, my boards don't ship with any Wi-Fi or Bluetooth enabled, right? So therefore, I don't have to test those when I'm doing connected emissions testing, or when I'm doing immunity, radiated and connected immunity. I don't have to test those because that's not how they ship to customer, and I'm not in control of what the customer does. Therefore, I don't have to worry about testing those things. But that doesn't mean that I'll get away with that, right? If a customer does something stupid on a board and whatever in Europe, I believe they have recourse. Like if something bad happens, I don't know what. If something bad happens and they go and query something about the certification and they come and challenge me on it, and I didn't test for those scenarios, that could bite me in the ass. Maybe. I really don't know enough about it. Well, you need to you're supposed to test the product in the state its intended use is. And that's fine if it's a Wi-Fi enabled clock and that's all it does, because then you need to test it, the clock running with Wi-Fi enabled, getting the time, right? Because that's how a user would test it. But something like a development board, well, what's it going to use for? I don't know. What code is the person going to put on the board? Are they going to, like, there are plenty of people that use a Tiny Pico that don't use Wi-Fi, right? Or Bluetooth. Like they use it to drive motors, or they do whatever else. I can't be in control of that, so I can't test for every scenario. So therefore, don't test for any scenario, because then you're just going to shoot yourself in the foot. You know, I'm unsure if that huge amount of money will not be too much compared to the cell gain. Well, yeah, I don't know either. But unless I CE certify, I don't get any gain from Europe, which just really sucks. You can't define what a use case is in for a dev board. So I ship my boards, they pop up a message on the screen saying this is the battery status, that how much flash, blah, 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 and they cycle the RGB LED. That's it. That's all my boards do when people get them. That's all I have to really test for. Yeah, now, funny enough, that's actually problematic. Cycling an RGB LED fast is notoriously bad for connected emissions testing, because you've got stacks of high signal, leading and falling edges, digital signal edges, right? And it's your digital edges that trigger crap to go through your power lines, for instance. So, yeah. Anyway, it'll be interesting to see what happens. If you fit the antenna, then you expect them to turn on the RF. No, that's not how it works. It doesn't matter if you fit the antenna or not. Even if they turn on the RF, I don't know what they're doing with the RF. Right? Like if they're using it as a web server that hardly ever gets touched, well, so their radiated emissions are going to be totally different than if they're sitting there and they're using it to stream MP3s 24/7, right? Like those two scenarios are worlds apart when it comes to radiated emissions testing. So just having an antenna on there is irrelevant. Think of the Pi. When you get it, it does nothing, but they had to test it fully. Yes, and I get tested. Wait, you're misunderstanding what the tests are. My boards are going to be sweep tested for full radiated emission and immunity sweep tests for Wi-Fi and Bluetooth across the whole spectrum, right? That's not what I'm talking about. I'm talking about user code, okay? The Raspberry Pi is, their RF is tested like mine are going to be tested. That's for radiated and immunity, right? That's not the same as user code running, okay? A Raspberry Pi, like when they test a Raspberry Pi, they don't have to simulate someone logging in and opening up Google Chrome and surfing the internet and blah, 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 because they don't know what people are going to be doing. They don't even know if people are going to be installing a desktop on their Pi, right? So, yeah, two different things. Sweep tests, Wi-Fi across the whole range, different channels and stuff, that has to be done, yes. But that's not running any user code. That's running special test code. A series resistor. What? What are we talking about now? Yeah, you got to be careful with putting a series resistor on the data line, and enough to if it's fast enough that's going to cause you connected emissions problems, then the type of dampening you'd need to do with a series resistor would affect the output of the RGB LED. So for emitter RF, use a series resistor, correct, instead of a, yeah, anyway. Oh, Steve, sorry to hear, mate. Sorry to hear about your dad. Ooh, Dale's waiting for his Ender 5 to be delivered. Ender 5 Plus. Ooh. Okay. And there's an easy way for me to reduce my harmonics issues from fast digital switching, and that is to dramatically slow down my RGB LED color cycling. The slower it cycles, the less fast edges. So my boards will be shipping with a slightly slower cycle to just, yeah, help with that. Right, and that's what the RF sweep test does. So like on an ESP32, you've got the RF test tool, and that's what that does. They say, I want to test Wi-Fi, I want to test from this megahertz to this megahertz, I want to test this channel or these set of channels or whatever else, run the test, and the ESP32, whatever board it is, sits there doing all of its RX and TX and everything else, and they measure all of the things, right? And that's all done. That's all done with specific software, firmware that runs on the device. There's no user code running on that because there's specific firmware doing all of that. Do you have any equipment to do preset tests here? I don't, because they're pointless. Sorry. For my boards, for what I do, they're pointless. Doing near field tests on my boards is absolutely pointless because anything I measure will have nothing to do and no bearing at all on far field testing inside certification. It will just give me a whole bunch of red herrings to chase for no reason that I don't even know are a problem to start with, and I could end up fixing things that don't need to be fixed and making things worse by doing that. So does not make any sense. I mean, I could probably I'd have to set up a very permanent area to be able to do stuff like connected emissions testing, but even again, there's nothing on my boards that should be generating any issues for connected emissions. Like, I'm not using buck converters. I'm not, you know what I mean? There's no switching stuff other than digital signal. There's no power switching stuff on there that could cause problems. Like, it's really simple circuitry. So if I have a problem with connected emissions, like, seriously, there's something. I should not have a problem with anything. I shouldn't have any issues going through certification. Shouldn't. There is nothing about my design that is in any way problematic. But you never know. Right, if I get 10 cell, a couple of listens, AC listens, some DC listens, yeah, 100k worth of equipment, and do it myself in a permanent fixture, because that's the thing. If it's not permanent, then you can't do reproducible steps. Mark's done. Okay. Sorry, Mark. You can't do reproducible steps. If you can't do reproducible steps, there's no point testing. Because you test it and you go, oh, this might be a problem. You take it away and you fix it, or you try to fix it, you put it back, and you test it and you get different results because it's not a permanent fixture. Oh, Mark's done as in he set something up already with MQTT. Okay. Woo! I'll talk to you offline about it, Mark. have any of my boards ever failed? What do you mean failed? Have any of my boards just not worked? Well, I've had a couple of DOAs that have arrived for whatever reason. I mean, they've all gone through test jigs first. Yeah, I just saw it pop up. That screenshot you did. Have my boards died in customers' hands? Absolutely. Because of certification stuff? No. Because of customer user error / stupidity? Yes. I've never put any of my boards through certification. Never done certification before. So no, none of my boards have ever failed certification. Don't think I ever spent less than 25k on EMC testing a product. Right, a development board or a product? Products are much harder. Like the costs for me to do my Reflow master testing would be huge, because even though my red testing would be removed because I'm using a module, the all the stuff that connects to this board has to be present and functional during the tests, and they're all antennas. So that could be interesting. Yeah. No, I'm about to go into pre-cert for CE for my Tiny S3. I will test this, Mark. Well, it's just a screenshot, you said. Oh, you've actually done it on... What do you mean? How am I testing it on stream? How do I connect to it? So Mark's showing this. So much for me leaving. Mark's showing this. He's put up together a little interface, a little app. So if I just go to test.mosquito.org, clearly it's scraping my chat, which is fine. How do I connect to it though? Like I can't... What do you mean? Like how do I test it? I have to completely rewrite my code with some client-side MQTT library to talk to it. That's, yeah. Do you need EMC testing for boards that don't have... Yeah, absolutely do. Yes. Just with a radio makes it harder, much harder. Just try a cardiac floating device, medical certification. Yeah, medical would be an absolute nightmare. App Store, MQTT, Explorer app, and connect to it. But I know how MQTT works. Go to install. Okay, but what's that going to do? Like, okay. Hang on. To install MQTT Explorer Connect. MQTT Explorer get now I need to remember my App Store password. Been a while. Okay, it's installing. Okay, open. Okay, so what is it? MQTT. What am I going to? Test.whatever.org. Host. Okay, what else am I doing? Just connect. Oh, click on Advanced tab also. Well, you didn't tell me that. How do I go back out? Disconnect. Advanced tab. Oh, right. Add. Whoops. Unexpected. Interesting that lets me add an empty one. Okay. Back. Connect. Ping. Okay, but where's, I don't understand. Like, where's that coming from? Oh, there's the ping. It came in YouTube much later. Okay, that's cool. But I still need to grab them. And I need to be able to poll to grab them. And why is it not showing me all of them? It's removing one and doing the next one. I need to see, I need to have a whole list of them. And then it, oops. But anyway, yep, that's cool. This is the first half. Sure. Cool. It's much faster than the actual chat window coming up, let me tell you that much. Yeah, sorry to hear about your mum. Code Wolf. Super sad. You can disconnect the MQ2 client between messages. Sure, but it has to still connect. And grab and then disconnect. I mean, it might as well just stay connected. But I only want it to, again, it needs to be a pull, it can't be a push. Mark's posted the code. Ugh. What is this foul language? Does the intentional radiator red still remove the lower voltage limit from the low voltage directive? What do you mean, does it remove the lower voltage limit? You mean, does it remove the classification of low voltage? See, I didn't know it did. If you're low voltage, you're low voltage. I said earn the stream froze. That's really funny. And Rob is back. Oh, the stream is back. Yeah. No drop frames here. Don't know what that is. Okay, it's almost 4 hours, folks. I need to go. So much work to do. Thank you all for joining. That was fun. Yes, everyone, please get vaxxed. Just do it. Do it, do it. Do it, do it. You're still awake, James? What the? That's crazy. I'll chat with you offline, James, to catch up. But the YouTube library for that scrapes, but not in a bad way. Thanks, Rob. As I said, if anyone wants one of these boards, just put your hand up in the chat. In the in the messages. God, in the comments. Oh, in the comments, put your name in the comments of this stream if you want one of these boards, so I know how many to order and I need to find parts, because parts are hard to get. I don't want to overbuy parts if I don't need to. I'm not going to go into mass production of these boards, but I will make some if people want them, so just let me know. I'm not going to send Mike one, no problem. I won't do that. Happy New Year, everyone. Thanks. Catch you all next week. Yeah, should be next week. I have no idea, John. Not even, don't know, not costed it. So I'll let you know. Just if anyone wants one, put yourself in the comments so I know who you all are. Or on Discord, put your name in Discord. If you're on my Discord server, just in the live stream chat, say you want one, and I'll make a list. Okay, yeah, everyone stay healthy, look after yourselves. Bye.